Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about Battlegrounds, and something that I definitely felt that I have to talk about. And before we get any further, I want to make sure that people understand. No, I do not get some weird kick out of criticizing and bashing Kabam. Absolutely not. Anything, I want Kabam to do as well as possible for things to go as smoothly as possible. Because this is the game that I play, this is the game that I love and hate at times, but ultimately I want this game to be as popular as it possibly can be, if for no other reason than the better this game does, the better chance my channel has to do well. It's very simple as that. At the same time, I will comment on things that I think they are doing very poorly, on huge mistakes that they are making, and things that I absolutely disagree with. That is not all that I do on this channel. If you take a look at my recent uploads, all the videos that I recorded for the week, basically, whilst I was on holiday, and the first two videos today that I released were highlighting champions. And for instance, Spotta and Symbiote Spidey are both champions that I'm actually, very excited for. And I want to share that excitement, and I think that would qualify for a positive video where I genuinely say that I think those champions are going to be good/great, obviously after the initial impressions. And whenever possible, I do not shy away from giving Kabam credit where credit is due if I do think they're doing something well. Unfortunately, at the moment I do think they are fucking things up badly, like real badly. And the topic of today's video is Battlegrounds, because that is an absolute disgrace, and that is not me being hyperbolic. Like, we have currently top 20, where I believe every single player in top 20 is a cheater, a modder, hack, somebody who should not be there. And that is something that I maybe could kind of understand on week 1, whilst Kabam catches. But this is going to go in week 4 later today. And Kabam does nothing for this. Now, we're not even talking about Kabam being able to refund the points and rating that you lose to scumbags like this, because there's no other way to describe this. We're not even talking about them doing it real time or actively. Talking about them banning obvious cheaters on the top of the leaderboard for 3 weeks now. They haven't done it. They introduced that report button. Are you telling me nobody has reported this? Are you telling me that even these people need to be reported? Is it not obvious that they are cheating? And this is the point what I want to ask everybody who was on my case previously when I pointed out the modding in Battlegrounds when it was still in beta, saying, this is still just a beta, they are learning how to deal with this effectively, stuff like that. Well, this is not beta anymore. This is taking people's units, this is the actual season. Are you telling me that if this was happening in Alliance War, where every single alliance in the Masters was filled with 500k accounts and clearly modding every fight, Kabam wouldn't have done anything by now? You're telling me that wouldn't be grounds to cancel the Alliance War season? Just like this should be grounds to cancel this entire season. Despite how badly they messed up the game mode in itself with the shitty Elders marks and horrible reward distribution, are you telling me that the least we can expect from Kabam is to ban obvious modders from top of the leaderboard? I'm sorry, if a gaming company cannot address a player like this being in top 10, clearly visible for everybody to see, I doubt that they are able to wipe their own ass. There is no excuse for this. This is not incompetence at this point. This is unwillingness. Somebody has made a decision in that company not to do anything about this. Because you don't need a coding expert or perfectly working algorithm or cheater catching softwares to get rid of obvious modder accounts that are all of top 20. At the moment, every single player in top 20, every single one, is somebody who should not be there. And talk about the lack of shame There's no communication in regards of this. Last I checked on Kabam forums, I checked all of the people that could have addressed this issue, like Kabam Mike, Kabam Jax, whoever else. They haven't even commented on it. So what to do with a gaming company who is unable to clear up even top 100 leaderboard, let alone everything else, let alone the rest of the guys here? Now, Mr. Russia over here, 500k account. Anybody believes that he can compete with 3, 4, and 5 million accounts? No, they're obviously money. You don't need a software for this at all. For some of the players, yeah, sure, you need to look into it, you need to check, you need to investigate the reports from the very effective report button. But for players like this, do you need anything else but a quick glance on their account to tell them this motherfucker is clearly cheating, he should be banned permanently, immediately? No. There's no excuse for this. This is not ineptitude. This is not having time or resources in Kabam, because you don't need much time for this. Especially if this is, you're telling me that in 3 weeks' time nobody has checked the leaderboard. Somebody in Kabam has made the deliberate decision to leave these players where they are. And it's just not good enough. And they should be called out on it. And I encourage every single content creator to address it. I know that more and more content creators all of a sudden are getting employed by Kabam, which is good, cool for them. And I am happy for them. But what's the point of voices in community if things like this are just skating by where nobody gives a shit about it? There's like 2 content creators maybe talking about it. Everybody else, oh, I don't like to be negative. Yeah, I don't like to be negative. I genuinely don't. I much rather make a very fluffy video of, oh my god, look how amazing this champion is. But I do think that this is more important for people, to know that these things are happening and put some sort of pressure on Kabam to do something about it. And at this point, I don't even find it worthwhile to talk about Kabam not being able to actually fix the nodes that they themselves put in. Apparently, as I was away, I never noticed up until I was told today that Protect node is not working the entire week. Again, let's put a comparison here for Alliance War. Alliance War node is not working for the entire season. Wouldn't the season be cancelled? Wouldn't it kind of be rushed to be fixed or something? No, we have Mighty Charge and that's it now. No Protect. It's like, really, Kabam? You put a node, you prepare people for the meta, that does nothing. And at the moment, we just have like a put on Liquid Courage, Double Edge, and nuke everything down meta. It's like, is that how it was supposed to go? I don't think so. There's the Protect node for a reason. Now, Protect node is meant to go away today, and it has apparently not worked for a single minute in the battlegrounds. Like, what the fuck? Right? And now we're about to have Flow defensive tactic coming up later today. Question is, even if, despite all the horrible choices that Kabam has made in battlegrounds about how to run this game mode, how to monetize it through their teeth, even if we kind of close the eye to that and decide that we are willing to push and participate, how is anyone to rank up champions now preparing for Flow node without knowing whether the node will actually work, or there's just going to be no node next week? And most importantly, why is nobody from Kabam addressing it? I thought the communication was meant to be improved. I thought that was like a promise that Kabam issues pretty much every year to the players, where half of the problems Kabam gets into is because they can't communicate for shit. But no, nothing, no comment from anyone. What's happening with the Protect? Don't know. What's happening with the modders? Don't know. What's happening with the points you lose to them? Don't know. This is, without fail, by far the worst implementation of any game mode I've ever seen on any game, let alone this game. This is by far the worst run game mode. So we have defensive tactics that don't work, modders that run amok. We have boosts that are working and are not meant to be working. And this isn't beta anymore. So I genuinely want to ask for all of those shills and Kabam ass lickers. Well, this isn't beta anymore. So what now? What can you say to defend Kabam on this? What kind of reasonable explanation you have for Kabam allowing all of top 20 be modders? What kind of reasonable explanation can you offer to any of us for the fact that a node is not working for an entire week? What kind of reasonable explanation you can let us know about the fact that boosts are still working even though they're not meant to be working in Battlegrounds for 3+ weeks now? Every excuse for every problem in Battlegrounds before this game mode went live was it's still just a beta. Even though it wasn't even really a beta. Kabam just called it. But it wasn't a beta because it was on live servers with our live resources on our live accounts. But now that there's not even that name of beta test behind, what can you or anybody else say to excuse Kabam for letting all of their top players be modders in the world? What does it tell about the game? What does it tell about Kabam? That they're unwilling or incapable of dealing with this. And this game mode should be brought down immediately because they are just embarrassing themselves. Season should be cancelled. Players should get sizable refunds for every unit or rank up that they have invested in this game mode. And they need to address these problems. There is no defense for what Kabam is letting happen and is making happen in this game right now. It's absolutely disgusting. And even though I don't have the highest opinion of Kabam as a gaming company, even I thought of them better than this. Even I thought that they couldn't possibly launch Battlegrounds without absolutely doing anything about modders, without fixing obvious and significant bugs in Battlegrounds. Like even fucking metas and nodes not working. Boosts applying. No matter how much they butchered the game mode, they can't even keep it functional. So the end result is we have extremely poorly designed system for seasons on top of completely unmanaged cheating and modding situation, on top of every important part of Battlegrounds being bugged. And this isn't a launch anymore. This isn't like Kabam released it and something went wrong. This is like 3 weeks in the season now. So where are the Kabam white knights at? Come on, come at me in the comment section. Tell me how I'm over-exaggerating, how this isn't a problem. Tell me how Kabam is doing their best when they are unable to ban even 20 people from top of the leaderboard. Explain to me any of that. Most importantly, if you think among the lines that I do, if you think that this is not normal, if you think that even Kabam should be able to do better, put some pressure on those goddamn motherfuckers. Tweet at them, open forums, open threads on forums. I know they're gonna ban most of us. I know they're gonna shadow ban or jail most of the people. So, try to be polite. Ask the question, what is happening with the modders in Battlegrounds? What is happening with the global node not being fixed? What is happening with the boost working in Battlegrounds? And why is nobody from Kabam addressing it? Those are as important questions as this game can have. And those are the same questions that so-called content creators are unwilling to discuss publicly. Those are the same questions that so-called Kabam community managers are unwilling to address publicly. And therefore, They're just a bunch of fucking shills and pussies. That's all I have to say on this issue. So yeah. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next